All right. Welcome back. I started this earlier and had to stop. Now I'm back. But I had already laid all the cards out. So here it is. I want to see what this means. That's why I left it the way it was. The Eight of Wands, the bottom of the deck was in reverse. Oh, welcome back. Like, share, and subscribe. Hype, comment. Yeah, all that good stuff. All right. And then Page of Swords in reverse. That's the first card. And then the Fool in reverse is the second one. The Seven of Swords is the third one. The Four of Pentacles is the fourth one. The Hangman in reverse. It's a Major in reverse. That's the fifth one. The sixth one is another Major. This is the third Major. The Fool was in reverse. The Hangman in reverse. And now the Tower upright. And then the Two of Swords. That's the last position. So, the Page of Swords is like, you working on something, but it's in reverse. So you were working on something, and it's not going the way you planned it. It's not going in the direction that you wanted it to go. I say plan because a sword is intelligence, something that you thought about, something that you like put together, like you you planned it. I mean, I don't know what other way to put it. You planned it. Like, but it's in reverse, so it's not going the way you planned it. So now you need to like chill and just like go with the flow, because it's not when that happens. And then I'm just speaking from experience. This isn't necessarily tarot, you know what I mean? I'm just speaking from experience. So like when something like that happens, like that's typically means that there's either more things that you need to learn, something that is protecting you from, or something else needs to unfold first. So if you have something that like you're rolling out, your new idea, something like that, and it's not going the way that you planned it, it's because there's something else that was supposed to happen first. Maybe it's something outside of your control. Like you've already put something into play. Like you've already said something, did something. You've already done it. And now it needs to fold. It needs to unfold in another way. Like something else needs to happen first. I don't know. I feel like I'm not saying that correctly. Pardon me if I don't sound like, if I sound like I have no idea what I'm talking about. But for some people, I'm sure you understand what I mean. The Fool is, of course, a journey, right? The Fool upright is a brand new journey. This goes right along with the Page of Swords. If you planned something and it didn't go correctly, your new beginning is not going correctly, then there's a reason for that. Like the Fool in reverse, you need to go with the flow. You need to relax. You need to slow down. You need to slow down. The Eight of Wands is also here. It's in reverse. So the Eight of Wands in reverse is slow down. So there's it's a level of impulsivity here. There's a high level of impulsivity or a high level of now, gimme, do it, do it. And whatever this is, it cannot move that quickly. This is a page, right? So this is not a king and this is not a queen, which means this person's not in charge of shit. But this person has a temperament of a child. Gimme, do it, now, gimme. And those kings and queens that they're inevitably talking to are like, yeah, nah, who the fuck does this person think? Nah, this doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. And very likely, the more that this person pushes and tries and pushes, the more resistance that they're getting. And I think this page of wands. This page is, I don't know why I keep saying page of wands. I don't know why I said page of wands. This page of swords is probably seeing that now. Like, I'm getting resistance because of the fact that I keep pushing. Yeah. Seven of Swords. This was a show. What was that? Seven of Swords. Trying to run away. Yeah, this was the spot where Otho was trying to run away. He tried to sneak away and he got caught. No, this page, I just mentioned that, the Page of Swords. I think he's noticing that he's getting resistance from all of the impulsivity, the rushing, trying to get something off the ground. And the kings and queens are like, nah. And the more you push, the more obvious you become. And now the Seven of Swords is saying that it's becoming obvious to the point where this Page of Swords in reverse wants to run away, wants to like hide, because he knows now that, he's been seen. There's a spotlight on Otho. This is that moment in the movie where he had got caught up, and literally I think he was headed for the front door. As a matter of fact, I think he was really trying to run away. But the spotlight is on this person, and he's like look at him. Look at his pose, like, oh shit, they can see me. Like, it's like the roaches when the lights come on, they like freeze and then they run. Like, I mean, sorry if you've never had roaches. You never lived that wonderful life. Seven of Swords, this guy is trying to run away. He's trying to get away from, this is his plan. So he's trying to get away from his own plan. This is something that he put in the works. This is the new beginning that he started. Yeah. Four of Pentacles. This is the Barbara and Adam weren't even trying to sell the house, and that lady kept on coming by bothering them about selling the house. Whatever he's doing, they not buying it, and he's steady trying to push it on them. Hurry up, let's go. Nah. Trying to, and that's what the Hangman in reverse says too, trying to cause an error. Like, this speaks of like, the Hangman in the upright speaks of like having a perspective where you see everything correctly. Like the Hangman in reverse is like, and coupled with the Four of Pentacles, especially in this deck, that's like saying, I'm trying to rush you, rush you, rush you, so that you can't see things correctly, so that you don't have a good perspective, you don't have the correct perspective, especially now that he feels like he's being seen. But again, the more that he does this, the more pushback he's getting, because he's not dealing with, the more he's being seen as impulsive, the more he's being seen as somebody who either doesn't know what he's doing, number one, or is inexperienced in what, like, I guess that's the same thing. You don't know what you're doing, or you're just a childish person mentally. I wanted to say that first, like mentally, like not on the level of an adult. Like, let's set aside the business acumen or professionalism or anything like that. It's just generally as a human being, he's being looked at as someone who isn't on the level correctly. Like, he's not mentally at the correct mental age. Like, they're looking at him like, what are you, 12? Like, you can't honestly believe that we're getting ready to just throw caution to the wind in this type of situation. Why would you think that? Whatever would give you, like, when did we, you know, they're kind of giving them the squint. Like, who told you that we would do something like that? Since when have, because you're supposed to be a business professional, right? That's what this person is, a business professional. If you're a business professional, why would you ever believe that maybe a contract would, or maybe a business, like, or financing for a business, why would you think any of that would just be like lickety split? Like, just because I told you to, just do it. Like, that's what I mean. Like, they're looking at this person, this guy, like, who the fuck do you think that you are? That you can just tell us, you know, maybe it's a room full of venture capitalists, right? And they're like, who do you think you are to walk in the room? You clearly don't know how this goes. And you're just rushing us through this. Like, oh, I got this great idea. Here, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it. Oh, don't worry about the numbers. Don't worry about all the paperwork. Don't worry about all that. Just sign, sign, sign. And they looking like, no, I'm not signing shit. I'm not signing any of this. Because there's a reason why you're rushing me. There's a purpose and intent here. Like, this is a contract that you're trying to get us to breeze through and just do stuff. Who do you think you are? It's the Tower. They're not going to do anything. Because, again, it is seen. He's going to end up dying because of that. And I mean, it could be physically dying. Depending on the reason why, because there's layers to this shit, right? So depending on the reason why he's trying to rush, you know, a company or whoever to make a decision, depending on that reason, right? Because he obviously needs money for a purpose, right? You in the pockets of the big dogs, right? And now you in for a lot. And you got a little, right? And the people you in big with, they don't play. So he want to push around these businessmen and try to get these businessmen to just give him some money. Nah, that's not how this works. Nah. But the contract that he, you know, back to what I was saying, the contract that he's proposing, or business idea, or whatever this fool, because it's in the reverse, whatever this fool or idea is, this beginning that he's trying to start, it's going to be absolutely not. No. Because this is the bridge that they died on. And it only took them moments. This is not a long bridge, right? Because this is a tiny town. This was not like a humongous, Mississippi River type ass bridge. Like, this is just, so it only took moments for this person to get, after review, I'm sure, they looked at it like, you know what, this is not beneficial to us. It's in the 6th position. This is not going to benefit us. What you gave us is only going to benefit you, the Hangman in reverse. So everything you're telling us is only going to benefit you. The changes that you're trying to sell us are only going to be a benefit to you. But again, it was divinely guided for him to be seen exactly for the snake oil salesman he is. He never once really knew a Page of Swords. He never really knew business for real anyway. He was just good with the mouthpiece. And then when they reviewed the idea, they were like, this is not going to work. What is this? Where did you even get this from? So this is also someone with no creativity, lazy, with no creativity. They needed to slow down and they really needed to rethink everything, but they're in a rush. They're in a rush for a reason. There's a reason for that. The Two of Swords is here is balance. The no is going to balance everything out. They're going to keep him out. You're not coming in. Like, he thought he had the key. You see how Lydia's got the key? But Barbara's standing on the other side of the door, and she's going to kick the key right out back at her, like, goodbye. Like, like, yeah, you at the right door. You at the right door. We're in here. What you saw. Everything. But you're no longer invited here. Oh, yeah, he's going to die. Yeah. I just said it. Yeah, you're no longer invited here. So you're no longer, they don't want to do no more business with this person after seeing him for this. And also thinking, listen to the way I described, I couldn't even really communicate well, I feel like, how they feel about his mental state. Like, I don't know how to say it correctly so that it is relayed appropriately, but they don't think that this person thinks on the age level that this person is. They literally feel like when they're around this person, it's like being around a teenager. And these are grown men that are like looking at another grown man, like you act like you perform There, that's what I mean. Like, they are like, this is a show, performance. I don't have time for this. I don't blame them. You think about yourself, like you're in a business, whatever business you're in, and you're in a meeting and you have someone in the meeting with you that's just performing. And then on top of it, trying to swindle you out of money. Trying to rush you. Like, you're already ill-equipped to even be at the table with me. You shouldn't even be speaking. That's how they feel. Like, why are you talking? Like, you literally don't even know really what's going on here. Like, this is the type of person that doesn't know anything about the business. They don't go to try to figure out the business. They just like walking around looking like they know something, wearing a suit, going to conventions, going to meetings, doing Zoom calls, being responsible for hiring or firing, or like they don't really know what they're doing. Like what, like if someone asked this Page of Swords to perform a job, like to do something that is very important, integral part of this company, this person wouldn't know. I gotta be honest, if this person was asked, what's this company's mission statement? This person wouldn't know. This is supposed to be a corporate, like, board member. And if you ask this person the company's mission statement, they wouldn't have a clue. They wouldn't know the first sentence of the mission statement or the intent and purpose of the company that they sit on the board for or sit at or anything. Like, they have no idea what's going on. No clue. No clue. I want to know why they're trying to rush this situation, though. That's what I want to know. Why are they trying to rush everything? The Hermit. The Hermit. They don't want them to think. I get that. I get that. That's the same thing with the Hanged Man. They don't want the money to end. But what is the other thing that everybody can't see? The Ten of Swords. Why are they trying to rush everybody? The Hermit. What's the other thing that nobody can see, everybody can't see? The Ten of Swords. They in big with the big boys. Like a loan shark or something. Deaf. I just opened it straight up. They in big with the big boys. Loan shark. And as soon as I said loan shark, I opened it up. Deaf. Deaf under the Seven of Swords. They owe a lot of money to like a loan shark or somebody like that. Like somebody who, he's not an investor, obviously. This is not legal. So this person, this Page of Swords in reverse, is essentially doing a method of money laundering. They're trying to take this contractual new beginning money that's coming from a completely different area of their life and trying to flip it and send it over to the loan shark because they're in big with the big boys. Like they owe down. They owe down. They owe a lot down. And they don't have it. Ten of Swords, like Ten of Swords and Death, they are about to die. Ten of Swords, Death, Tower. This is going to be an event. And when I say event, I'm talking about a funeral. Because that is an event. It's an event just like a wedding. It is an event. Baby shower. Graduation. Funeral. This is about to be an event for this person. Because they are caught up. Freeze. You see how he look like he's playing freeze tag? He playing Simon Says. He can't move. He can't do anything right now. He is caught up. He needed them to agree to this so bad he could taste it. And these people, I think, probably know about, look at how they're pushing back. I said that a few times. They're pushing back on this person like, nah, we don't want to be involved with this. They probably know this. They probably know it, or their intuition, they're intuiting, they're intuitively guided. The Hermit, they're intuitively guided to cut this Page of Swords off. I told you it's divinely guided. They're intuitively being told to leave this Page of Swords. God is putting this foot to the hip bone in this person's behind for whatever they're doing. Because they're not supposed to be doing whatever they're doing. They're supposed to be doing what they were placed on this planet to do. And instead, this person has decided to do this. And at this point in their life, they are way off track. This is the Fool in reverse. This is way off track. This is not the plan that you were divinely told to come here and do. And this person thinks like a child. So they're not listening. They're not listening to their intuition. They're not listening to the nudges. They probably hear the voice of God right in their damn ear. And they're ignoring it. They're more afraid of this shark than they are of God. I don't know why. You, the shark, all of these people, everybody, you'll be wiped right out of here. What do you mean? What are you talking about? I see what they mean about the mentality of this person. That doesn't make any sense. You're more scared of a man than you are of the Most High. This energy, the Most High, death, Anubis, you will die some weird ass type of way. It's the final destination. What are you talking about? When it gets tired of you, it's gonna take you the fuck up out of here. You don't have to worry about this guy. Maybe this guy is the way, because they wouldn't listen. Yeah, death is happening. Ten of Swords and death, obviously we know. If you don't know, Ten of Swords is either a very gruesome death or utter betrayal, absolute betrayal. The absolute betrayal is underneath the Fool in reverse. And I just said that whatever this Fool in reverse is, whatever this idea is, whatever this person is doing, this is the furthest thing from what they're supposed to be doing. They're not just betraying themselves, they're betraying God. Because they're not supposed to be doing whatever they're doing. It's an utter and absolute betrayal. This idea, and I just thought about that, this idea, this is just another way of saying it, I'll put it that way. This idea here, this Fool in reverse concept, this was allegedly this person's way of financially fixing what they did. They've already done it. Right? It's past tense. That's why death is here. It's like the child is already born in order for it to die. Right? It's already done. And it's right up underneath the Seven of Swords. They can see you already. Like, like The dead have already pegged you, dog. They see what you did. They are not happy with what you have done. And since you can't seem to figure out that this was never the right thing to do, they're just going to actually just come pick you up. You need to go. Because I don't understand how you thought that this was the right thing to do. The Hermit. They didn't really think. This is the connection with God. Page of Swords in reverse. You already did it. You can't take it back. Yeah, like in the movie. This dude tried to steal that dude's number. And that voodoo priest dude shrunk his head. You already tried to steal it. And this was the backlash of it. Let's get the cards meanings. The impulsive nature of the Page of Swords may find you having said something you wish you could take back. Maybe you've called your client a flake or insinuated that their art scares people. Whatever the case, this is a sign to slow down, choose your words carefully, and plan before you strike. And plan before you strike. You didn't think. It's too late. You can't take it back. Anyway, the Fool in reverse. You can't take it back already. It's over with. The Fool in reverse. So what if you have just the plaid shirt and floral dress on your back? So what if, why does this sound so odd? So what if you have just the plaid shirt and floral dress on your back? No one, including the Maitlands, is ever thoroughly prepared for what lies ahead. Stop waiting for the perfect moment and trust that you are ready now. I don't know if that's indicating or indicative of he needs to go ahead and just hang it up. I don't know if it's indicative of he needs to just go ahead and, end it himself. I don't know. Because, the Maitlands, they realized that is all they had was the shirt, the clothes on their back, because once you've passed away, you can't take anything with you. Yeah. Maybe that's also what this person is realizing. Everything that he had accrued really didn't get him anywhere. It didn't really have anything at the end of the day, because you still don't have the money that is required to provide to these people. You don't have what you owe them. So what do you really have? If that was your plan, that was a terrible plan. Maybe you do need to slow down and think that one through, because your plan was to just be in the pocket of a big dog that you owe money to and not be able to pay. And not be able to pay them back. How was that a good ass idea? That was a terrible idea. I just as soon sign up to do anything else on the planet, but that's certain death. That's certain death, obviously, right? That's certain death. Like, what? Okay. So, Seven of Swords. It's bizarre that this is all this talking and weirdness got this person to this point, and now you can't go backwards. When the Seven of Swords illuminates your reading, no one's getting away with anything. You may feel tempted, just so you can see it. You may feel tempted to try to outrun a problem or sneak away into the shadows, but you're being cautioned to examine whether the possible benefits are worth the consequences of being found out. Sneaking away is you can't sneak away is what I'm hearing. You can't really sneak away either. Like he's stuck, trapped. You can't sneak away. You don't have the money. You can't go get it from these people. Like, you don't have anything. Four of Pentacles. This card finds you following in Jane Butterfield's footsteps, valuing things for their material wealth. This likely means that you have a good safety net, but it also means that you're metaphorically trying to sell a house that the owners don't want to part with. It's not too late to adjust your priorities and place friendships over finances. Oh, that might be what the Fool in reverse is saying. You might need to go ahead and hang her on up and go talk to someone else. Like, you might want to go talk to a friend or a family member and open up and tell them what's going on. Or you might want to go tell maybe a lawyer, maybe the cops, what's going on. Because you literally can't keep pushing the same, you can't keep pushing the same narrative. You can't keep trying to sell to these businessmen. They don't want to have anything else to do with you, and you can't force them to do any business with you. You're going to have to find another avenue, which at this point, he doesn't have any other avenue. His one hand is the business people who are absolutely telling him, please leave, and don't come back. And the other hand is you in the pocket of the big dogs. You really don't have any other choice but to go tell the cops what's going on. You really don't have any other choice. This is your other outcome. You want to save your life or not? He might not. He might just want to use that as euthanasia or something. I don't know. The Hangman in reverse. This picture is absolutely crazy. The messenger is calling your name, but when reversed, this card indicates that you aren't responding. It's likely that you know you need a break, but you haven't figured out how to break away from your routine. Feeling like you're just hanging around can be frustrating. But if you don't do it willingly, the decision may be taken out of your hands. They are ready to let this person, like I said, they are telling this person, please leave and don't ever come back. They're going to tell this person this. Like, this person needs to walk away with their dignity and their respect and just leave. But they're not, because they don't have any of that. They lost that a long time ago. Like in the last card, it's all about money. It's all about money, materialism, you know, making money, spending money, money. These people are tired of it, and they're done with it, and they don't want to have that element in their life. This person has to understand that they are the element that these people, these businessmen, no longer want to do any business with. Let's see, Tower. Don't worry, you'll survive this crash. Like the Winter River Bridge, the Tower is the gateway to sudden change. Although it may be scary and chaotic at first, try to accept it. Going against the flow is only going to cause more pain. Let the bridge collapse and be ready to build something new on a firmer, healthier foundation. The Page of Swords is go with the flow. The Fool is go with the flow. The Tower is go with the flow. This person really doesn't have a choice but to stop. Stop. Stop whatever this is. That's my advice in this reading. Stop whatever this is. You don't have a choice. You must. You have to. You must. It's over with. You have no choice. They no longer want to do any business with you. They no longer want to have anything to do with you. Period. They want you to go away. Two of Swords. You're caught in the middle. Oops. You're caught in the middle of an unwinnable situation. Even if you have the right key, it's not up to you to unlock certain doors. Especially when you'd prefer not to be involved in the first place. In the end, the Two of Swords encourages you to listen to your intuition and act in accordance with your personal ethics. This goes both ways. This goes for the Page of Swords in reverse, and it also goes for the company that they're done. It's an unwinnable situation. This person they don't see as someone they've made a good investment with, that they've spent time with. You know, they thought this person was somebody that they are not, and they're seeing now that they're more than, they got more than what they really would rather bargain for. They would rather not deal with this person. Who wants this type of energy in their life? Nobody who's trying to have a legitimate business wants 10 of Swords and death in their life. Like, this is the type of person who thinks gang banging and hood shit is cool. Being in the pocket of El Chapo or some shit is cute or funny or cool. Oh, yeah, I can borrow money. Why would you want to borrow money off of that type of a person? But this is the type of person that would. Because it's cool. And that's not the element. Like, he's trying to mix two separate elements together. And it's a disaster. Intuitively, he should have known never to do something like this. And now intuitively, the company or the people that he works with are now learning that they need to use better discernment when they're dealing with people. It is an unwinnable situation for absolutely, well, not absolutely everybody involved, but this company and this person for sure. For sure. This Hermit upright. Sometimes waiting isn't so bad. You need a reprieve from the outside world, and there's no better guide than the Hermit. Some may see him as trapped in a waiting room, but intentional seclusion is good for your mind, no matter how tiny it is. If you give yourself time to look inward, you will return with a deeper understanding of who you are and where you're heading. Heading is in italics. Yeah. Again, another card of slow down. It's too late, though. It's too late. The only thing introspection will do right now is teach this person that they need to go ahead and just go on and plan it. Plan it out. Go ahead and get that together. Because this is what happened. This is what's happening. This is the outcome. That's all introspection. It'll humble them. And at the same time create peace, because what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Like, So you might as well just be at peace with your decisions. And that's, I guess, where the small brain comes in. You got to be at peace with the fact that you did this to yourself. These people all have one person in common. The company, this guy, they all only have one person in common. You. That's it. Like, you need to realize that you're the one that's the only common element here. Let's see. Ten of Swords. Under the shadow of the Ten of Swords, your whole life may feel like one big dark room. You're mourning a loss that you never expected, reeling from a sudden absence in your life. Don't lose hope, though. This card confirms that the worst is over, that things will look brighter soon. I bet they will. So somebody lost somebody. They lost somebody. And in turn lost to this person. Sudden absence. They didn't expect whoever left to have left. Maybe their wife left them. They weren't expecting that. And maybe the wife left with an inheritance. Wife left with all the money. Because divorces can happen that way, where, your money ends up going out the front door with your spouse. Palimony and alimony and the whole 9 yards. So it could have been that, where the wife walked out the front door. Yeah, it's like a perfect storm. Ooh. The perfect storm. That's what I kind of get out of this. Then the wife leaves and the money leaves. And now this dude's like, where's my money? And the contract didn't go through. And not only did it not go through, they no longer want to do business with you at all. They want you to stay out of their way, stay out of their business. They probably want you to sign an NDA on the way out the door. Like, you can't take any of the intellectual things with you. Like, starting from scratch. Like, this is death. Death is not just for the dead. Think of the Lost Souls room as a repository for life's phases. This is where outdated versions of you go to die, freeing up your energy for better pursuits. Death is a card of transformation. You're crossing from one stage to the next and must let go of the past with compassion. Yeah. I mentioned that too. This is a change of mind frame, a death of the ego, realizing that you did this to yourself and you need to grow up. There's growing up that needs to be done. And this person needs to understand that. And the only way that they were going to understand that is to go through something so devastating. This person has got to be hella egotistical, because the only way that this is like something that a tower had to happen. A tower is you being forced to change your ways. Death and the tower have shown up. This is a complete and major transformation to send this person inside of themselves so they realize that you have a pea-sized head, sir. Realize that. Like, really internalize that. And then, try to stay in your lane, because Because that's what this is saying. Try to stay in your lane. Like, this dude is doing big head things, and nope, you don't have big head. You don't have a big head. I'm going to read the Eight of Wands on the bottom. Fighting momentum is a losing battle that will leave you disoriented and confused. Instead of pushing back, try to go with the flow. Change is a natural part of growth. By resisting it, you're only hurting yourself. This person needs to change. Okay. No, for real. This person needs to change. I want a couple of these. They really need to change who they are. Ooh, I mean, how do you not see people giving you the side eye? Like, how do you not see people looking at you? How do you not feel the energy of, like, imposter syndrome? What's the outcome for this person? Tell me what the outcome is. 13. So the Queen of Wands is here. Is this person going to put a death to this sexy boy, I know it all, let's do this, poppin' energy? This fiery, let's get it started energy? This, childish energy? Like, for real, let's be real. Oh wow, Five of Wands is here twice. So this person is battling within themselves. They're still gonna be battling within themselves. They're just not. They refuse to put a death to this energy. It's like an old man that's still wearing ball caps and sagging his pants. Still wearing Air Force Ones and Jordans and shit. Like, put a death to that. You're not that. That era is gone. Like, that's gone. This person doesn't understand that. They need a creative understanding. They need to enthusiastically pursue a change and actually say, like, in their mind, accept, I need to change, and do it. Five of Wands is a battle, arguments, discourse, chaos. Like, they're fighting. This is them fighting themselves, though, because they don't want to put the passion and the time and energy. They don't want to slow down and think about what they want and who they want to be to change. They still thinking being cute is going to get them somewhere. Being sexy, being a charmer. Like, no, at some point, like, it's not about these people that you're doing business with. Don't care how you look. They don't care how straight your teeth are, how white they are. They don't care about how pressed your suit is. They want to know, are you making me some more money? That's what they want. This is what business is about. It's not about how cute you are in the suit and who you can boss around or push around. Like, it's about, can you get me some more money, please? Thanks. Three of Pentacles is like a collaboration, but this person just refuses to give in and just realize that this is not who they are. It's this calculating altruism. Like, they want to put on this perspective of they care about everybody and they want to help, and this is their plan. I want to work with you. Like, secretly, you don't even know that I really care. I really care about you. I care about your families. But they've already seen that this person doesn't care about anybody's families. Like, they've probably seen that they don't even care about their own doggone family. Like, how can you care about my family? You don't even care about your own family. Stop and go away. But that's what they're saying. I do want to help you make more money. I want to do this for everybody. I want to make sure, but it's all lies because they need the money to pay down. They're in the pocket. They're in somebody's pocket. Literally. And that person is calling the debt. They're calling it. Like, I want every cent and I want it on my desk. Or else. And we all know what or else means. Or else things are going to happen that are out of your control and unexpected. And they're not going to be nice. Yeah. Masculine clarity. Relentless tenacity. Sun and Mars. Scorpio. Death is here again. It is, this one is 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords again. I mean, this is the sun, right? This is still the sun. But down here is the 10 of Air, which is the 10 of Swords. All over again. This person is not going to be heard the way that they think they are going to be heard. It's not going to happen like that. Scorpio is representative of death as well. They can see it as well. They know. They know. The 10 of Swords is here twice. They know that this is the end. That they're going to die. Like, this is the end for them. That's why they want to argue within themselves about why they didn't pay any attention, why they weren't actually doing what they were supposed to do. They're probably arguing with other people because the literal 5 of Wands is here as well. The 5 of Wands is here twice. So they literally probably are arguing with people. Trying to force people to do things. Because it says overbearing guide. So they're frustrated, stressed out. Maybe they're forcing people to call their ex-wife. Call her or send her an email or write her a letter or show up at her house and tell her I said I love her. Tell her to come home because she's got all the money. Training and effort. Yeah. Tell her I said, tell her this, tell her that. Nah, this person needs to get what they got coming to them, and that's period. Because before, it's a perfect storm for a reason, because this person needs to change who they are, period. The person needs to change who they are. This was supposed to happen. That's why the rug is being pulled out from underneath them. That's why your debt is being called on you. Like, that's why it's happening the way that it's happening. Because you're supposed to change who you are. Period. And that's it, and that's all. Like the Most High is not settling for anything other than you will do as I told you to do. And you didn't listen. So guess what? You gonna change. You're gonna change. You don't see anything wrong with it, but, you know, there is something wrong with it. Like I said, I don't understand why this person thought for any reason at all that what they were doing wasn't wrong. Because you're inviting this bad element into everybody's lives. Like, like these killers or whoever they are, they want their money. They want their money. And they're willing to get it in any way they want. Any way they can. Yeah, well, I was going to say, I was going to pull one card. The Psychic Skeptic came out, so I'll leave that out. And just give me one more oracle from the Wednesday deck. Unsolved Mystery in reverse. Well, the Psychic Skeptic is kind of like obvious. I'm going to read it though. Relentlessly clever with a mind for the macabre, Wednesday Addams uses her psychic abilities and intuition to guide her investigations rather than accepting the status quo. There is, after all, nothing quite like the feeling of being proven right. Ask yourself, what would Wednesday do? Now is likely the time to trust your gut, so long as that intuitive feeling inside you isn't actually a terrible tapeworm gnawing away at your intestines. Don't be quick to take things from others at face value. Your own feelings about the situation may be more correct than others might think. That's what the company is doing. They're not quickly moving at all because this person is just being way too obvious. They've seen this person for who they are. And meanwhile, anybody dealing with this person should be on that same type of time. Like, don't be quick to accept anything that this person says because they are under an incredible amount of stress. Stress hormone can resemble grief. It's the same. Cortisol is triggered as well in grief. So that's the person likely is grieving. Their wife left. That's part of grief as well. And then to also be materialistic and your wife left you with and took all the money as well. That's equivalent to taking the kids and the dog and the fish as well. Like, this person is grieving, period. The unsolved mystery, the Black Dahlia flower, gifted to her by Dorma Marilyn. Wednesday's favorite flower, symbolizes mystery as an icon of a famous murder case. If the answers aren't coming easily, are you willing to uproot yourself and move forward rather than get dragged down in the mud? It might be difficult to leave issues unresolved, but stubbornly planting yourself in one spot won't solve anything. Ask yourself if you're comfortable walking away now and returning at a later time. This person needs to walk away and forget it. This person needs to walk away and follow their intuition and forget about it. Whatever they were doing. But anyway, this is an hour and 3 minutes, hour and 4 minutes. Appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully this was entertaining. Come back for the next one. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Bye. Take care of yourself.